Hello, Skin Secrets. Today we are talking about serums. It is serums 1-on-1. I am just going to add in my partner in crime, ask him to join. Bear with me. Is he there? Is he there? Chris, are you there? So, guys, today we are talking. Love it. Someone's pumped up after the gym.
Well, in mentally, yeah, I wouldn't say physically. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm loving the look.
Oh, thanks.
I've joined a live and I thought, oh, I don't recognise this lady. And I thought, I need to up my headwear game.
Do you know what it is? I also went to the gym and I haven't washed my hair, which is why I've got the hat on.
I'm that glowy, dewy because I'm still wet from the shower because I've literally gone.
Well done for getting
straight
here
out.
on time.
Have you had a good day?
I have, thank you. I really have. It's been a busy day. It's been a day of offers and sales and lots of craziness, hasn't it? It's been crazy.
Just a bit.
How have you had a good day?
Yes, it started very early on this morning because I couldn't sleep. I've got advent calendars flying through my brain. And then rudely interrupted by the horses. So off up to the horses at 6 and then back to do a bit more work online at 7. And then I've just been chatting to my lovely clients all day. Yeah. So it's been nice to go to the gym. I've had a meeting with my boss. So it's been very much like front facing. I've had about not 4 showers. So I've had 3 showers today. So I think I've used a serum or a serum if you're from the south. I've had 3 on today, and I think I made a little reel. So I think I put 4 on. Nice. So I am
Skin's
the living proof of all of it.
And thanks everyone for joining so far. Drop us any questions or anything that you want to chat about. We love to connect with you guys. We don't just want to talk to each other as much as we enjoy that. We want to talk to you guys too. So drop any questions or comments in the comments box and we will try and answer them if we can. So today we're talking about serums, aren't we? Or serums.
Serums, potato. Whatever you want to call it. I've got a little visitor behind.
Oh, who is it? Is it one of the dogs?
Yeah, it's just come in and it's literally followed me from the gym. Well, not from the gym, from arriving back from the gym to the shower. And now he's just laying there fast asleep, just on that step.
I can't see him.
I won't move the camera because it's attached to the window, but it's just there watching. He might wake up in a minute. It's just like this.
Love. So we have got a really special offer for today's live, haven't we? And we'll talk about that a little bit later, guys. We will give that information, but it is a fantastic offer. So if you manage to stay for the duration, you will get access to that offer. But yes, so we wanted to talk about serums. You've got me saying serums now.
I've always said serums. It may be just to be a Northern Derbyshire type thing, but let's just call it a problem solver for the skin.
Love that.
It's a trouble, isn't it?
Yeah, because they're like really targeted, concentrated liquids. They are like what is going to go deep down into the layers of the skin and really tackle those skin concerns. They're really good, aren't they, to use?
I didn't realise until I started using one how good they were. And I would say, in layman's terms or real people's terms, this is it's the strongest in actives and ingredients and in formula before you get to prescription. Yeah. So, and it's just, again, thinking about the texture that goes on your skin, start with something that's big, like your cream or gel or balm cleanser. You're then going to tone, which is preparation for treatment. You're preparing the skin, rebalancing it, exfoliating it, soothing it, ready for the next step. And the step we talk about today is that treatment area. So it is a serum, or a serum is a key treatment for your skincare. So it's a real tool to make your skin perform differently, whether you want it to be more hydrated, which obviously doesn't do the job of hydration in terms of what a moisturizer would do. So it's definitely not a moisturizer. This is like your underwear before your barrier function. So I always think, just as you're getting out of the shower, you towel yourself down with your toning product, and then you pop on your pants or your bra or whatever it might be that you wear to protect yourself then for the next layer, which is then your barrier function, would be your jumper or your moisturizer that then protects the outside. But we're going to feed the skin cells that kind of need to be nourished all the time. So whatever that serum or serum is saying, whether it's kind of wants to give more strength or more bounce into the skin or more glow, or it's going to be a renewal type of serum, it's going to give a different message depending on what you need. So you can just slot it into your routine of really simply cleanse, tone, treatment, serum, moisturize. That's your 4 key steps. But if you're looking for a bit of a game changer from dull skin or resurfacing the skin, this is the game changer. This is the tool to have, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. And it's because it's a lighter molecular weight, so it's a thinner consistency. It is going to be able to penetrate deep into the layers of the skin, and that's where you want to be feeding those baby skin cells, the collagen fibers, the elastin, giving it it's almost like giving it a super boost, isn't it, of your vitamins and nutrients almost. It's like doing a shot of your ginger shot in the morning. So it is a really effective way of treating your skin. So what I'd like you to do when you're thinking about, well, what serum do I need? Think about what are your main skin concerns. So you might say, oh, my skin's a little bit dry, or it's a little bit dull, but what are your main skin concerns? Are they fine lines and wrinkles? Do you have acne? What is the most important thing that you want to tackle, and tackle that with your serum?
Age spots, pigmentation issues, uneven skin tone, brightness of the skin, general brightness, especially when you kind of get from that summer to autumn. That's when you start to notice it, when you've had the sun and they think, oh God, I look a bit like, drier. As in terms of the skin just looks like it's a bit deflated. I like my skin to look like a plump balloon that's kind of been blown up in terms of hydrated from within. And I think the difference is kind of when you change seasons, or if you're not having a great time in your gut health, maybe sometimes your skin can look like the air's been a little bit let out of that balloon, and it can look a little bit more fragile. So even strengthening the skin, a lot of people we take for granted that, hydrating is a real daily job, isn't it? It's a chore to kind of get that hydration in, but you kind of need to feed the internal as well as applying the topical to really kind of synergize and come together and work well, because it is all about that cell turnover and those baby skin cells. That's the investment, isn't it? Which is why a lot of skincare gurus like Trini Woodall and Caroline Hirons, they all say, put your money into the treatment. The treatment is the serum, because that's going to get the deepest, isn't it? So like you said, the texture, viscosity of the product kind of is going to go as deep as possible. To the deepest layers as we possibly can. And there's all sorts of tools that you can add to that stage, like microneedling, and I don't use any of those, but again, it's all that stimulation to get that product and push it deeper into the skin. So just applying that onto the skin as soon as you've got a dry, clean, cleansed base is a really great way to kind of just add that treatment, whether you're looking, like I said, for the strength or bounce back, or whether you're looking for glow, radiance, or even to kind of go in that nighttime step. That cellular renewal is really key as well.
And we talked a lot about retinol last week, didn't we? We did a whole live on retinol. So retinol would be your sort of holy grail. So your anti-aging, it's going to help to exfoliate the skin, helps if you've got acne as well, just help unclog the pores. So we've got 4 serums, haven't we, that we've got an offer on, and they all do different things, and they're very special. So should we just talk briefly through the 4 that we've got?
And I was going to say, we can talk through them in terms the what we've got to offer.
Yeah.
But also, I am a bit of a double serum person, so I tend to wear 2 in a daytime, 1 at night time. But you've just heard I've probably had like 3 showers, so it depends on the mood I'm in. Terms of, it's not like a strict science. So most of the time, or almost every single day, and this is not even made up, I'll have to take to the fridge next time, we have ginger shots in huge vats.
Yeah.
Which is like really expensive, but we find it really helps us. So it gives us a little, almost like a caffeine boost in the morning, and that then treats the gut health. And I literally every single day use our strengthening serum, because I always feel I need that. Like if I want to invest in my sort of newer skin, as in the baby skin cells, that's the way to go. That's going to kind of drive that with a whole host of ingredients, and it's kind of settling and soothing with things like extract of licorice root. So if anybody's got sensitive skin, rosacea, redness, we kind of want to feed the good health in that skin. So that's like my daily dose of do good. And I kind of use it all the time. Sometimes I double it up with another serum, but that's my base layer. I always go for strength because I feel like I need that all the time. That's my first chemical messenger of the day, is either the ginger shot or my strengthened serum.
Yeah, and I think everyone can do with that. Even if they don't have damaged skin, it's always good to boost your skin barrier strength, because, you know, we're out, as soon as we go outside, unless you're deep in the countryside, you're going to be hit with pollutants, you know, your lifestyle, our bodies will create free radicals just by living, and they do damage to the skin. So a strengthening serum is just good for absolutely everyone to use, particularly if, as you say, if someone does have damaged skin. They could have damaged their skin from using the wrong products for a long time, or they could have rosacea or other skin conditions that just cause the skin to be a little bit more irritated than normal, or a little bit unsettled, and a strengthening serum will help settle that.
And just as I saw on your live, and we mentioned this in the retinol video, and your advice was bang on, that we were going to do a barrier function conversation, and we're basically doing that right now, even though we're talking about serums. But I saw your reaction to sun on your forehead, because you're obviously not protected as well as you could have done on that day. But
so for anyone who didn't see that story, I was at my sister's birthday and I fell asleep outside at a spa, no sun protection on, fell asleep in the sun, and you could see my lines on my forehead came up, and that was UVA damage. So I'm working to minimize that now.
And that's exactly why I use this serum on holiday. This is my nighttime serum. So kind of the texture of this, I feel like a real Instagram when I do this. This is kind of like slim, so almost like my after sun. So it's a really, really super slim. It's almost fragrance free. It's very gently fragrance, just with the natural extracts that are in there, but it just sinks into the skin straight away. I literally put 3 pumps of this on if I am sunburnt, and just literally let it sink in, so that by the time I've gone down for dinner or gone out for a walk, my skin is back to that balloon health again. So it literally, my skin sinks in it, breathes it in, and it holds onto it. And it just, even now, just applying it onto the skin, just where I'm like bubbling with excitement because I'm here and I've been to the gym, I can feel it just takes hold. It's got a Carmoderm complex in, which is a really good active, which is a group of ingredients that kind of then target things. Like I can just feel a gentle cooling on there. There's no cooling agent in there. It just helps calm and settle everything down.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's
fantastic.
And I literally think that is like a daily Barocca for the skin. I've had about 3 of those today, but that is my daily thing. It's kind of like non-negotiable, strengthening the skin. Just, that's what I feel it needs. It's like I wouldn't have tea without milk. I wouldn't have coffee without milk. I wouldn't, have cold water in a cup of tea. That's how serious I am about this serum. That's just kind of how I do it.
And as you say, it's perfect to layer with any of the other serums as well, which is great. I'm going to drop a little bit of a spoiler alert that you can get up to 40% discount on these serums tonight, can't you?
I know, and
why have we been so busy?
This is so interesting that we only do it once a year, and it's kind of like, normally it's when the skin is most in need of this. So when your skin needs a health kick, it's normally January. we've overindulged. We've got like yeast face, wine face,
Yeah.
sugar face, which is just kind of where that barrier starts to go all over the place. This is the key. This is the product of that season that kind of like calms it all down.
Yeah.
So it's a really interesting one. So that's kind of where like I get hangover skin quite often. So this is why I feel it with that one.
So do I. My goodness. So guys, if you're watching this live or watching it on replay, if you follow Chris and you want Chris to help you out with the serums and to give you those discount links to all of the serums that we've got with up to a 40% discount, just type serum or serum in the comments for Chris, and for me it's skin. Okay, so if you follow me, it's skin. If you follow Chris, it's serum or serum, and we will get back to you.
I'm just doing a little product shot. This is the Be Strong. So this is the strengthening serum, and you can see it's quite light. Now against this one, I'm doing the Be Firm, and it's a little bit heavier in texture, but heavy is probably the wrong word. So this is slightly thicker, but this is because it's got a little compound called amylox in it. So this is just slightly more watery. This is slightly more dense in texture, but this is more, you can kind of see it better there. That's gone in, that's there. This is my sort of like when I need a little bit of a bounce or a lift on the skin. And I have put moisturiser on, so this is completely the wrong way, but I can't leave it on my hands. I have to use it.
Don't waste the product.
So specifically for fine lines, wrinkles, this is to give that skin that little bit of a lift. Now, if you've got, I would say, quite nervous skin, like my skin here is quite nervous skin because I'm quite animated. The amylox in here effectively mimics the same thing as Botox, where it starts to, those nerve endings, it just allows them just to go, oh, I'm still.
Yeah.
So that's why I use it on my 11s lines and all. I'm quite a bit of a
definitely. And this one is great because retinol you shouldn't use in the day. You should only use it in the evening. This one you can use as the daytime serum if you want to. So if you really want to really hit your anti-aging, you can use your retinol at night and you can use this one in the morning, which is great. And it's full of peptides, anti-aging peptides as well. So it stimulates that collagen production, which is what we want.
If I feel like I need that extra lift, that's why I can't, like if I'm coming in front of a camera, I'll slap that on because I feel it's there.
Yeah.
I feel with both of those, because quite often if I'm doing an experience where people get to try all these things, I'll do one on one side and one on the other. And you can see a difference, whether it's a lift in an eyebrow or whether it's that bounce back, just purely through what your skin reacts to the best. And if your skin's not had a serum before, it's going to take 28 days because that's that skin cycle. It's going to take a while to get into the system. But I always think you can see an instant. And I did do one class years and years ago. And a lady basically put it on and 10 people ordered it from her reaction to it because she was literally like lifted.
Amazing.
And I think her skin was just ready for it. So we just hit the nail on the head with her. But this one's got like a slightly more medical fragrance to it, but medical is probably the wrong word. Clinical is probably the wrong word. It's just hinting on that. I just feel it's going to do something serious. That one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first one's a bit
means business.
more herbal. This is a bit more medical, but it's not medical.
Yeah. And I've been slapping this on where I had that skin damage. And I tell you, it's not even been a week. Hang on, I shouldn't have put this
You need to go and look at that story because you can really see it there.
Sorry?
I said you need to go back. Well, not you, but people need to go back and see that story because you could really see that dryness.
You could really see it. So I did that story on last week, Tuesday or Wednesday, because I've come back from the Isle of Wight. In fact, I'm going to repost it on my stories and show. And I sort of said my skin has had UVA damage. You can see that the lines are now resting. So I'm going to be using my encapsulated retinol, my vitamin C and my firming serum. I said I'm going to be using that absolutely religiously for 2 weeks. And you can already see it's been a week.
Should we talk about the vitamin C while I've got it in my hands? Because you're like firing so many things. I'm thinking, yes. I didn't kind of like look into the whole resurfacing thing about what vitamin C will do in terms of it leveling out the skin. But this is not just vitamin C. This is alpha-arbutin. This is fermented minerals, which really target. It's almost like it condenses them to be really active. So this for me is more than a serum. It's like plugging up. My iPhone is now like charging. This is a recharge for your skin. So those kind of three main ingredients, the alpha-arbutin, the fermented minerals, and the vitamin C, like target into that cell.
Yeah.
Kind of like renew the cell, but actually recharge it. So I will, like tonight, because I've literally, if you just see me, like whatever, however many minutes before I got out of the shower, my hair was everywhere and I just looked like a brown rat. And Mandy's saying hi. Mandy's actually wasn't at the gym tonight, but I've got a little package for Mandy, but she's, that sounds really strange, got a little package for Mandy. I've got a little order for Mandy, which I took tonight, but she wasn't there. So I hope you get feeling better, Mandy. But Mandy's at the gym. So Mandy sees me at my worst. I applied 2 pumps of this, which is not necessarily advised, but I felt like I needed double recharge to kind of be back on camera after being at the gym and kind of switching off. And I just feel like I've got the glow from that already. That's kind of the way I use it. But that would be my first thing in the morning. Once I've come back from the gym, I kind of apply that to then add my vitamin C.
Yeah.
So to add my SPF on the top. And again, those two go hand in hand. Any vitamin C is going to really help the functionality of your SPF, whether you're a 15, 30, 50 wearer. Hopefully it's 50.
Hopefully.
But it really helps us. And I didn't realize that last time. And the way I see it now from what we discussed last time is that vitamin C is a little Pac-Man, and it comes and it grabs and eats all of those free radicals that are in the air that age in our skin extrinsically, and they hold on to it and then they die instantly. They give themselves up, which is why it's great to help. So the SPF just goes, I can just sit here because you guys, you vitamin C helpers, you're doing the job. And I definitely felt that because I'm a newcomer to vitamin C. I've probably had it for about 2 years now, but I just love how that kind of feels lifted, smoothed. I do feel like the skin is more level, and I think we talked about last time how it levels out.
Yeah, so when we get hyperpigmentation, which can be just like a little mark on the skin, it doesn't have to be a big area of the skin. It's an uneven skin tone, so it's where the skin is a little bit darker in patches, and that can be caused by hormones or by the sun. And what this vitamin C concoction does is it inhibits your body from producing that melanin. Melanin is what gives you that color. So it just dampens down the receptors that are firing out that extra melanin. So over time, you will have a more even complexion. And this vitamin C in particular, this is ascorbic glucoside. So it is one of the most stable forms of vitamin C. With
you
it
can
being,
see that in there, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no powderiness to that. There's no color change. There's no yellowiness. There's no browning of it. It's the most glorious sort of like orange gel that kind of stays stable.
Yeah. And alpha-arbutin being mixed in with it actually makes the vitamin C more effective than usual. So it's a high performance vitamin C product. And so, that will even out the skin tone.
And you can see that. I mean, once you start to use it, you can see it. And somebody once said to me, and he's probably watching, he's actually in Spain at the moment, but he said, is there any colour in that? And you can almost see that glow come out now. And I said, no, there's no colour. I said, why would you think that? He said, well, I'm new to using vitamin C. And I took a photo at the weekend and sent me the photo. And you just look like you're glowing. It's not like, we've put anything into your skin other than it's working, because it's targeting, getting that nice level skin. And kind of, if you want to get rid of dull skin, adding that on is brilliant. Now, a lot of people in pregnancy start with that gathering of that pigmentation. You might want to double it up. So you might want to go for your strength, or you might want to go for your bounce in terms of your firmness as like number 1. And then number 2 might be vitamin C. That might be kind of like the way you're doing 2 things. You've got your health supplement, and then you've got your targeting your pigmentation. If you're new to a serum, that's going to feel like way too much information for you using 2. But I think if you are somebody that are into serums, you'll start to feel how amazing they are at working together. And last night I went online at about 8 o'clock, I think it was, for half an hour, and I put my renewal serum on, and I could feel that because I was aware of my face, and I could feel it starting to do that that smoothing, that wrinkling, fine line smoothing up, which is obviously what we wanted to do. But this is just a game changer because I just feel like my cells in my skin feel recharged.
Yeah.
Where I would like my skin to look after the gym, I get from this. That kind of like, oh, it's not flushness, but it's like you feel like the skin's invigorated.
Yeah,
and
it
that's
just
kind of
wakes
how
you up. And I don't know if you could tell. I mean, I already feel like I have got more of a glow just from putting it on. I mean, I've put it on top of. I almost threw it across the room then. On top of my SPF, but it does just give you that instant radiance. It's absolutely beautiful. I've just seen that my husband's joined the live. He's out on, so I just wanted to give a shout out to my husband, Jacob.
Oh, he is, yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know him, but I'm like, oh. I think I probably possibly seen him in passing. And I think I actually my mum's got this. My mum is 67, just turned. My niece has got this. She's about to turn 14.
Yeah.
And again, it's like whether you want to recharge your skin to kind of give it that glow, or whether you want to kind of like really target congestion in the skin, targeting open pores. This is one of those serums that will kind of do a lot.
Yes.
Kind of this is why it's my everyday. We had a conversation between my husband today, and it was like, because he uses it and he says, right, we'll probably get through 2 a month, so I'm going to order one set for this month. So he's basically ordered 6 on the special offer, and I'm like, are you sure you don't want to get it with a collection at another time? And he's like, no, because I know that we get through it, like we use it every single day. Now he's more oily skinned, so he loves the fact and he basically adds it on with his retinol serum. Kind of that's his, he uses it in different areas, and it's like that's, so when he'll come in later, it's not necessarily his bedtime routine, but it's his like nighttime shower and then wax everything on. Those are his 2 at nighttime, and then in the daytime he is a befirmer with so he's like a firming serum and then with the glow serum as well, so he kind of uses it both. And again, there's no one size fits all, everybody is different, but that's how he likes to use his. Whereas I'm a strength and vitamin C, and then I'm a soul, I'm a classic retinol at night time.
At night. Yeah. And I think that's where we can really come in and help you guys. So if you're thinking, well, I don't know where to start, what serums do I layer, when, how, what do I need? You just drop us a message and we will have a chat to you about your skin concerns and your skin type, and then talk to you about whether you want 1 or 2 to layer in the morning and the evening, and we can put a package together for you.
But fundamentally, as a toolkit, vitamin C is your daytime. That's what kind of I want to make that really, really clear, because retinol by default should be nighttime, unless you are living in an area where there isn't any, sunlight, for example. That's what I believe. So that wasn't for me, was it? That was for...
Sorry, my husband's just left a message saying, love it, guys, keep up the good work. Give me a kiss. I'll give you a kiss as well, Chris.
I want to make it glad. It was like a chef's kiss of, yes, daytime vitamin C and nighttime is retinol. So, but I do believe that. I really want to make that clear, because a lot of people, when we kind of do these kind of tailor-made services, people are not quite sure where, and it's vitamin C is your daytime. That's where you want it. The reason why you wouldn't want this one in the daytime is it's going to almost like weakens the skin, and you don't want the overexposure. I'm going to go and let the dog out.
All right.
Continue.
I will continue on that. Yeah. So retinol can make your skin sensitive to the light. It makes your skin photosensitive. So that's why you do not want to put it on in the daytime. Whereas vitamin C is a really good partner. If you're using retinol, vitamin C in the morning is almost like a must, because as we said, it strengthens that skin natural protection against the sun. Hey, Rachel. Thanks for joining. Because it strengthens that skin's natural protection against the sun. It kind of counteracts what the retinol has done in the evening. And when we're talking about retinol, remember, because of our live last week, we went into a lot of detail on encapsulated retinol versus non-encapsulated retinol. If it's encapsulated, it doesn't make your skin sensitive to the light. If it is not encapsulated, it does. So that's why we tend to say, as a rule, don't use it in the daytime, just because a lot of you won't be sure whether your retinol is encapsulated or not. So just to be doubly safe, use your retinol at nighttime and use your vitamin C in the morning. So yeah, with these serums, you can layer your serums. Now, if you've got your own serums at home, one serum that is great, that is absolutely fine to layer with absolutely anything, is a hyaluronic acid serum. Generally, I don't tend to have a separate hyaluronic acid serum because hyaluronic acid is such a common skincare ingredient. It is in a lot of skincare products. So I tend to think it's a bit of a waste. Oh, he's back. I tend to think it's a bit of a waste of getting a separate hyaluronic acid serum because it is in a lot of products. But if you've got it at home and you're wondering, what can I pair it with? Hyaluronic acid can go with absolutely everything. So that is just an easy win for you. Just put that one on first and then layer with your next serum.
It's quite a cheap ingredient, isn't it? So it is well used over lots of different things.
So common.
I think the thing to look out for is, though, how big is the molecule. So if it's in a cleanser, it's going to be a bigger one. Bigger just means it's going to take longer to get into the skin.
Yeah.
Whereas in kind of like specific serums, if it's in there, it's going to be really the right size to kind of push it deeper where it needs to go.
Yeah. So I just wanted to do a quick giveaway little competition. So I am feeling a little bit fruity and I am going to gift an eye truffle. Oh, this is like the best eye cream ever. So this eye cream is part of the truffle range, and the truffles are like the creme de la creme of anti-aging, aren't they? And this is great for anything to do with aging of the eyes, fine lines, wrinkles, dark circles, puffy eyes. I won't get into it too much because that is a whole nother live. But for this month, anyone watching this, and Rachel's already put in the word, she doesn't even know what's coming. Whenever you watch this back, or if you're watching it live, if you just comment the word wow.
Oh, she's on it.
Rachel had already commented wow when she saw what this was. If you comment the word wow, if you're watching live or watching on the replay, within the month of August, you will go into a random draw to win an eye truffle. Oh,
that's special.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, straight away, look.
There we go. All the wows are coming up. So good luck, everyone. So yes, so we have this offer for our 4 serums. So one serum is 15% off. 2 serums, and it's 2 serums, any combination of your choice, between the glowing, the firming and the strengthening, that you would get 40% off. And then our wonderful encapsulated retinol that we were talking in depth about last week is like a 45% discount, which is incredible. So to be able to get access to those offers, if you follow Chris, type the word serum or serum, whether you're watching it live or watching it on replay, or send him a message with that word and he will send you those direct details and links, and he can give you advice on which serums you need if you're not sure. If you follow me, type the word skin and I will come back to you. Yay!
I'm being Debbie McGee.
I know. You're wonderful. You're
Any
being
combination?
A wonderful glamorous assistant. Our time.
So just to be clear, that one is on its own, isn't it? That is like a flash offer on its own. That's separate. Be an Instagrammer like that.
Yeah. That
very good price.
Very, very good price, and it will sell out quickly.
40% off or 40% off or 40% off.
Any combination of those 3 is 40% off, and then as an individual it's 15% off. So just drop us those messages in the comment, drop us those words in the comments, serum or serum for Chris and skin for me, and we'll get back to you and send you all of those links. But yeah, our time is up, guys. It's, in fact, we've gone over time. Hasn't that gone? Oh, look at the little dog.
This is the one I have to like run down the stairs to let him out because he
What's his
decided
name?
halfway through. This is Theo.
Theo. Oh, hi, Theo.
You on camera?
He's so cute.
He's like, don't like this. He's like, all I can see is the window outside.
Oh, so I hope you guys found that useful. If you've got any questions about serums themselves, how you can get them into your routine. If, for example, you've got serums that you already use and you're not sure, you want one of these, but you're not sure which one fits into your routine, drop us a message and we'll sort you out. Thanks so much. We've got some lovely comments. But yeah, we really, really enjoy hearing from you. So
it's more fun. When people get involved, it's more fun. I've had a kiss from your husband, you know what I mean? It's like, what is not to love?
Oh, well, you guys all have a wonderful evening. That's all we've got. Till next time. See you later, guys. Bye. Bye.